One of my favorite ways to think about preaching is to think of it in terms of my privilege to take the people of the church on a sermon adventure. Like, I never, ever walk people through a sermon outline. To me, that is a cure for insomnia. Instead, you want to take them on a sermon adventure that really hinges on a dilemma. And people are feeling the tension of the dilemma. And in my experience, there's really one of two dilemmas that a preacher can create. One dilemma is, how is the preacher going to get out of this fix that he's put himself in? And I may have told some of you before that I'm working on a message from Acts chapter 9 that I haven't preached on that passage in 30 years. It's about the healing of Aeneas, followed by the raising of Dorcas from the dead. And I'm just going to acknowledge at the very beginning, hey, church, I haven't preached on this in ever, because part of me didn't really believe it. And immediately, people are going to be like, how is this guy going to get out of that predicament before I leave this church? And so hopefully, blessedly, the sermon will resolve that dilemma. Much more commonly, the dilemma is one that you help to put the people in, where you provide language for the dilemmas that they feel about why don't I get along with my in-laws? Why do I keep losing jobs? Why is the power of the gospel not yet powerful enough for me to overcome my compulsion? So those kind of dilemmas get kind of crafted and created in the early parts of a message, and that's where a bottom line comes in to bring relief to that tension that the dilemma has created. But all along the way, you don't want the people of the church knowing what's coming next or even anticipating the solution to the problem that you brought to their attention. So let's say you're committed. I believe you, Talbot. I'm going to work on that sermon adventure stuff. How do I make sure that it applies to everyone or as many people as possible within the congregation? And again, that really happens in the way that you deliver the subtlest of changes in your language. Some of you here, you're in a blended family. And so the dilemma that you're feeling with this relational quandary manifests this way. Others of you, you wish you were in a blended family because you're living by yourself. And you wonder, how in the middle of my loneliness can the gospel speak with truth and power? And then others of you you're the large percentage of the population who is plagued with anxiety and depression, and you almost didn't get up out of bed this morning. And I have found when you can name that for people, they feel affirmed, known, loved, and they're with you on that adventure. So it's in those subtle acknowledgments of who's in the room, or these days, who's live streaming, and you're able to involve them in the dilemma that you've created, hopefully for just about everyone in the church.